beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me at this time. Thank you for joining me in this beautiful corner of the universe where we open the doors to this beautiful sanctuary, to any beautiful soul that is being guided to this beautiful sanctuary and that is guided to hear this nudge of the divine that is being brought into your life, because I am only a nudge from the divine. So the message for today in this beautiful new moon experience that we are embarking in a new journey of life is we all have to honor our differences and our soul of being. Some of us are operating unbalanced in a way that some are not acknowledging some parts of their soul that are being guided to illuminate through your life. Some of us are not acknowledging that we are darkness within. You cannot be of light without having the balance of light and darkness within you, my dear. To state that you are divine is to know the balance between the light and the darkness within you. That is the statement of being divine. And yes, that is the truth here. And I am only stating this because yes, we are all love and light. But when you have to pick up that weapon to protect yourself, you turn into that dark one. So you cannot state that you are only of light when you are guided to protect yourself. You have to turn into that dark one. And some of us had to acknowledge that in a very young age. We had to adapt in different households that were broken of the spirit of suppression, yeah. So to embark into this new life that we are all being guided, for the ones that are being guided. You have to embrace your both sides of the balance of the scales of who you are. Because to state that you are the divine feminine, to state that you are the divine masculine, you are the yin and the yang that pulls, that is the motion and that flow of that push and pull. And using that rhythm to guide you, my dear, to guide you in your life. That's what it is to be a divine feminine. That is to be a divine masculine, is that push and pull, feeling those rhythms and using all of the parts of your soul of being. And that's also using your dark side. And I am one to embrace my dark side because I'm not scared of my dark side. Again, this is a message for ones that are being guided. If you are scared of your dark side, then my dear, it sounds to me that you are not ready to state that you are a divine feminine, a divine masculine. Because a divine feminine will know who she is inside. A divine masculine will know who he is inside. That is to state that statement that you know who you are inside. And to know who you are inside is to know that you are that angel of love and you are that angel of protection, my dear, of your given life and any movement of this time. So we embrace this beauty of life. And some of us had that reflection of that darkness in our life for a reason. Others that had that reflection of that darkness was more intense than others, because there's a reason. If your story of your life was more intense than ones around you, there's a reason, my dear. There's a reason. Okay? There's a reason why. Why? Because the divine feminine and divine masculine are being guided to be that duality between the two. That's why, my dear. That's what the statement is, my dear. To be a divine feminine and to be a divine masculine. So if your life story was an intense reflection of that darkness, then my dear, you have been guided to be that light in that darkness, my dear, because you were shown that intense of that darkness so you could see clearly of the movements around you. We were trained for plenty of lifetimes of this duality between light and darkness. This is not our first doing. This has been done for endless of lifetimes. It's just some of us needed that nudge of this message. Some of us need to acknowledge who we are deep inside. Some of us need to see ourselves for who we are. Because yes, we are all angels of love. But we are all angels of protection as well. Because an angel loves, yes, but an angel protects as well. As you call on your angels for protection, my dear, so please take off those illusions, because that's an illusion that has been placed for plenty of lifetimes to just operate in the light, but we are all guided to operate in duality between the two. That's what it is to be divine. And in this very moment of your embarking of this new journey, there are going to be ones envious, jealousy, and you have to be that one to protect yourself. Always to know the movements around you, my dear, because you have to see clearly of those movements around you, my dear. And to see of those movements around you is to see through the darkness, my dear. Yeah. That is the truth here. That is the truth here. And what is being brought to surface is this message is not going to resonate to a lot of us because a lot of us are not ready to hear this message. And for the ones that are sticking through this message, welcome. Because you are the one to see through the darkness. Because there are ones that don't want to see through the darkness, but they want to call themselves divine. They want to use the statement so proudly when they don't do it in physical time. And I am one to speak the truth, my dear. There are ones in fear of their own reflection, my dear. And we are not being called to be feared of our own reflection. Because in this new bark of this time, you have to know who you are to operate as you are stating that you are divine. Yeah, that is the truth here. But I am not one to be scared of my own reflection. So, my dear, embrace your own reflection. Because this is who you are deep inside. Yeah. And there are going to be ones. There are going to be ones testing you. There are going to be ones testing you, my dear. And you have to be ready. You have to be ready in every movement of your life. You cannot state that you are divine when you are not aware of your surroundings, my dear. Because a divine feminine is going to know who is around her, my dear. A divine masculine is going to know instantly who is around him. Because there are going to be ones trying to make their presence to be known around you, and you have to be ready in every movement of your life, because there are going to be ones testing you, and so you have to be ready on site. That's what it is to be divine. Yeah.
That is the truth. You have to be ready in every movement of your life, because there are going to be ones testing you, my dear. They're gonna want their presence to be known so dearly. And you have to be aware of them. Yeah. %10 on the percentage. You have to completely be aware that that's what it is to be divine. And the ones that want to be known don't hold any weight in the physical nor in the spiritual. They're just a test, my dear. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. And never stated that a divine feminine's path is going to be easy. I never stated a divine masculine path is going to be easy. This is why we were built with adaptability at a very young age, because this path is the road less traveled. It's the road less traveled. There are ones that never succeeded this path, my dear. That is the truth, my dear. There are ones that have not succeeded. Where you have they have not done the work. But you have. You have. So, by acknowledging this completion in your life, that you are embarking a higher movement of your journey of life, you always have to be using that sight to know the movements around you. Because there are always ones plotting. But they never succeed, my dear. They never succeed. They never succeed because why? You will be aware of those movements, and you will protect yourself at all cost, my dear, because you know that this movement is not only given to your life, is given to all paths of life. that you are being led to lead, my dear. And some of us are not all leaders. That is the truth here, my dear. But for the ones that are guided to hear this message, that you are that true divine, you know that this path less traveled has been an endless movement. But you know, this continuing, embarking to know who you are truly is a blessing. Because not a lot of us succeeded in this fulfillment of life. So no matter who is plotting, know that you hold the duality within you. With your support of your team, my dear, and I'm gonna wrap up this message because my phone's on 5%, so giving you like that 5 activation. When you are changing and you're always placing intentions on your change of your given life, as we stated, this is the new moon, the new embarking journey into your life. Some of the ones around you are getting the senses of that alertness. So you have to be guarded. You have to be shielded. You have to protect yourself at all costs. Because they want to steal everything, my dear. Not just one thing of you, my dear. They actually want to be you. They want to wear your skin for who you are. If they had a chance to, they would do it. If they got the chance to wear your skin, my dear, they would do it. Dear, is that so? As you place your intentions, be shielded as much as you can. Protect yourself as much as you can. Call on the ones that are always protecting you and loving you, always. When you are placing intentions, because there are wants that dare want to be seen. And if they had the chance to wear you like a skin, they would. They would. Instantly, my dear. Instantly. Because that's how disgraceful they are. Yeah. That's how disgraceful they move. Yeah. They don't care about nothing but power. in which they lack, because no one is going to be given power from the divine to attack one that is being truly a divine feminine, a divine masculine. No. Y'all bitches are going to fall. That's what happened when you use that sight vision. Those bitches are gonna fall so deadly. Yeah. Because when I was washing my body, I got the senses of wants that want to be known, that want to be known, that want to be seen. But don't put no ounce of work to be known and to be seen. But they dare to be jealous and envious of you, my dear. Because you place this act of service to you to succeed in the fulfillment of your life. That you have been doing it for plenty of lifetimes. And that you know this call was a sacred service. Because you are not only living for your life. You know, to be a divine masculine and divine feminine is to live for the ones that couldn't succeed, my dear. They're ones in your ancestral line that now they are being given this fulfillment because it was taken away. But you are bringing back the order to your family, my dear. You are that one to bring order to your family, my dear. So always place order for your family, as you are that sacred feminine, that sacred masculine, that duality between the light and the dark, to use that sight. So, thank you for being here, my beautiful beings, my beautiful souls that are always welcome here. To enjoy this beautiful, cozy vibe in this universe of life. Because we are all that one but we are being called for that sacred service of life.